Hello everyone and welcome back to Breaking Bread, the podcast all about the amazing food in Birmingham. I'm your host Liam and this is Carl.
Hello. There you go. 3 hellos.
3 hellos. How's things?
Yeah, really good. Well, apart from lockdown 2.0.
Yeah.
Hashtag fuck Boris.
I feel like that should be a t-shirt. You've ordered that t-shirt off Pumpkin
Yeah,
Chances,
I've got the Pumpkin Chances t-shirt coming up. Tories Libab.
Tories Live. I feel like I should get that. We should get like professional photos of us taken.
Yeah, I do. I feel like as I was talking to her about it, I was like, I know it's like for a t-shirt, so it can't be too sweary, but it's way more polite than I'd be about them.
Just remind me of this conversation at the end of this podcast. I've got something to show you.
All right.
How's it affected you? I mean, we just were chatting about your plans for today.
I know, yeah. Like today, I would like to say that we are doing this podcast outside, massively socially distanced from each other. So don't be worrying about stuff. And we're pretty much in a fucking bubble anyway, the amount we see each other. So, but yeah, today I was supposed to be going to the Van Gogh Museum. Then I was going Meat Shack, and then I was going Wine Freedom. And if there was enough time, I was going to try and head over to Couch.
Get it.
And I had a great day planned today.
Yeah, that's a pretty exciting day to be missing out. I'm trying to be kind here. I'm half laughing.
I know, man. I was like, this was the last day this year I had anything sort of planned that I wanted to do as well.
Yeah.
I can't knock it too much because I managed to go away for a weekend a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah, that looked nice. Lake District.
Yeah, and then I mentioned it to Ben and Zoe from Little Blackwood, and they went like the week later.
Yeah.
I spoke to them about it, and they had a great time as well. It's a really good place there.
Yeah, it look wicked in fairness.
Well, they've got their own smoker, so they smoke everything themselves, including the steaks. They've got their own ale. They brew their own ale on site. Like, what else? Them 2 things alone sold it for me.
Yeah.
I've been there a couple of times.
Been there before,
yeah, I've been there before. Yeah, I'll go there again as well. In the Lake District, it's beautiful.
Yeah, it's a nice spot up there. I've been once a long time ago. It's just quite far a drive, isn't it?
Yeah, it took us about 3.5 hours, I think, to get there. So, did you have anything messed up from this?
Just that trip to
Kadawari.
Kadawari. Yeah, that place, Kadawari, I was meant to go to a year. Other than that, which we spoke about on the last intro. But other than that, not really. Although it's the little things like we always go for a Michelin star or a really posh meal in December before Christmas. We have that as our little Christmas treat, don't we?
Yeah. This year we were hoping to get a salt in Stratford.
Yeah, and even when the tier 2 thing was introduced, we were like, wow.
You still can. Stratford's all right.
Yeah.
Well, it might not become December. Pretty fucking sure it will be, though.
Yeah, heartbreaking for all independents.
I know all these restaurants, but sort of doing their own delivery.
Yeah, I'm
cook
definitely
at home
interested
thing as well.
in
It
that.
seems like everyone's doing it now, and it's.
I'm 100% getting Actar. Definitely getting Actars at home.
You know what? I've wanted it every single week, and I've never got around to just ordering it.
It looks so good.
You get 3 meals in there, 3 separate days of food.
There's loads. Simon's just done a meat and one veg. Just released a little write up about it. That was good.
Yeah, I bet it was.
But yeah, it just looks wicked. Hampton Manor's doing one as well.
Yeah, Peels on Wheels.
Peels on Wheels, brilliant.
Yeah, I wanted that last time. They were supposed to have a night with Michelle Roux Jr., weren't they? And I was going to look at trying to get a ticket for that because that would have been good. It's an overnight stay. It cost a fortune, but
it'd be nice though. And then obviously Snags are slinging hot dogs again. Home deliveries, Meat Shacks click and collect.
Yeah, but basically everyone that was doing something before is doing something now. Or basically anyone of note is doing it now.
Ox and Origin's back. I'm definitely going to try some of that.
Yeah, you never tried it last time.
I never tried it last time. I felt like you'd ate enough of it for the 2 of us.
Yeah. Keep an eye out for the ramen.
Yeah.
Because if he does his ramen, it's fucking. I know we keep talking about ramen all the time now, but his ramen is brilliant. It's spicy as hell. Though.
Yeah.
It's like quite hot. It's nice though.
I'll have that. I'll get something else from Maria.
Yeah, that's the thing. You can order just one and order something else from Maria.
Yeah.
Like, it works out fine.
I'd quite like to, because he normally does 2 main meals, doesn't he? So I'd like to order both anyway, to try both.
Yeah, that's what we normally do. And the desserts you get from there. Oh man, I know we spoke about Nigel plenty of times before.
That Chef Platt does the desserts, doesn't he?
I think so.
Yeah.
But the food,
No, Tommy does the
great.
booze.
My boy Tommy, yeah.
It's a good package, actually. I'm going to keep an eye out for that. He releases the menu on a Sunday, I think.
Yeah,
Becky's,
Sunday 4:00, I think.
Becky's Brownies, back doing brownies again. Mary's Cupcakes doing home deliveries again. I feel like I've got so many people hooked onto
I know we could sit here for an hour just listing off everyone that's doing something. Because you
Yeah.
got The Simpsons and everything. That's all gone into one package now, hasn't it?
Yeah, that looks wicked. Antonio at home. I looked at that. I want to get
Yeah.
the Wellington, the beef Wellington. Yeah, so there's loads. Even though that you can't physically walk into these places.
You can get the vibe at home. And all like I've had loads of different places. It's so easy to heat up at home. Opus looks like a really good value one as well.
Opus, yeah. I mean, we're recording this just a few weeks. We're kind of like halfway through lockdown. This comes out. I'm going to be releasing this in December, so we might be coming close to the end of lockdown.
Yeah, when this release it might be nearly over.
But
Who
I doubt
knows?
it.
No, we're sort of near the start now, aren't we? So
Yeah, but I can't see it being over, to be honest, which is why I still think this will be of use.
that's sort of on the last one. I don't see how it can be over.
No.
Basically, we're just waiting for a vaccine now, which could be sort of early next year.
Or not.
But it's still not going to like get everyone. And then you've got all the people that don't believe in vaccines, the anti-vaxxers.
Oh, it's not even worth giving them any kind of airspace.
No. Well, as long as everyone I love gets the vaccine, they can do what they don't get your vaccine. Fucking die. I don't give a shit. Do what you want. The planet will be better without anti-vaxxers on it. So that's natural selection working. That is.
Obviously, we had interviews lined up. We were working on something that was going to be. I mean, all of our episodes are obviously special to us, but we had something in the pipeline that was going to be pretty cool, and
yeah, that would have been a good
maybe
episode.
they might be the first episode for next season. So this is our season 2 finale, and our end.
We might even be able to work it in as a Christmas special if something works out that we can.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, I mean, the problem with doing an interview with a chef now or an interview with a restaurant owner, it's the same with what we had with Luke Tippin. So we recorded Luke Tippin back in February, and we didn't release it till June.
Yeah.
July, because it was. I didn't see it fair to release an episode all about how good this restaurant was, and nobody could visit it. Wasn't fair on the people listening because they couldn't go and eat it. Wasn't fair on Luke, and it wasn't fair on Simpsons, and I don't want that to happen again. So, there probably won't be another interview episode. There might be if they open. We're not sure, but either way, come January, we're hoping we'll be back with season 3. And the amount of guests, I mean, if we could show you a list of all the people we've had kind of like, yeah, we'd love to get on the podcast. Like, it's everyone, isn't it, really? Like, it's big names.
Yeah, pretty much, yeah. Like, some massive, next series lined up, some massive names.
Yeah, it's going to be really exciting.
And there's some people I've really wanted to meet coming on as well that I haven't had the chance to meet yet. So there's a couple of people that we speak to a lot, but we never actually have met properly in person, so I'll be really looking forward to getting them on.
Yeah, so as I said, this is our last episode, and it's just me and Carl today, kind of like old school, back to how it was season 1.
Yeah, where it began.
Yeah, I thought it'd be nice to take this opportunity to kind of do like an end of season, end of year kind of review. So I thought it'd be nice if we could like.
You've come up with a great idea. I think this is brilliant.
Yeah, to be honest, and I am going to be honest there, I did get it while I was listening to Off Menu yesterday.
Oh, I see. You're just stealing off menus.
So yeah, well, kind of. So I'm saying, like, if we could just imagine now we're in our little dream restaurant, but the dream restaurant is in the middle of Birmingham somewhere, and it has like the biggest kitchen ever, and we have all the best chefs in Birmingham in that kitchen. So you'd have to have a kitchen probably as big as Kraft.
Kraft's kitchen's too big.
But if you could imagine that for a second, and we're in our little dream restaurant, and we're going to choose 5 courses, so like a snack, starter, fish.
Oh, I didn't
main.
pick fish.
Didn't pick fish. I've got a wicked one for fish. I'm not scrapping.
I forgot. I missed I went snack, starter, main. You know what? Actually, it works out alright because I've wrote down fish for some of the other courses. So.
There you go. So yeah, so fish, main, dessert. So 5 courses. Nice little menu. But it has to be something we've eaten this year, and it has to be in Birmingham.
Yeah. Birmingham this year. Snack, starter, main. Don't forget the fish, Carl. And your dessert, and then that's it.
And it doesn't matter who cooked it, whether it was you, me. Yeah, we'll do a few noteworthies that nearly got in there, but it was tough, man. It was. Really
we'll talk
tough.
about stuff that didn't. Well, that isn't the number one, but the stuff that was close. And I will say for my snacks, I've just stole a load of stuff off taster menus that was a bit smaller.
Dream meal.
So I've moved stuff to snacks.
Yeah. It has to be this year, though, and it has to be
Brum.
in Birmingham. Doesn't matter who cooked it. Could be Actar, could be you.
Well, that's fine because I ain't fucking been anywhere. I've been one of the places this year.
Yeah.
So should we get on it?
Obviously, what I will say is before we get into this, even though we haven't got any more podcasts coming out till maybe January, keep an eye on Instagram because you'll see lots of cool stuff on there.
Yeah, we're always putting stuff on, and we're always putting stuff up
Promoting.
from our favourite independents and what they're doing and stuff like that.
Facebook and Twitter are all well and good, but it's Instagram where we'll be. Come and follow us on there, and still be promoting all the great food in Birmingham. So just keep an eye on our Insta and our Insta stories, especially for that. Probably try a few more reels, like the reels. And then back to this episode with our 5 courses.
Yeah, now I'm looking at my lists now. There's enough stuff to pick a fish course. Not a lot of stuff for me to talk about since I've only wrote down a couple of fish courses, but there's enough. So, should we start with snacks?
Let's start with snacks.
Start at the beginning. It's always a good place to start.
That's usually where you start, yeah.
So what have you got?
You want to hear mine first?
Well, you can hear mine first if you like.
Yeah, as you said, snacks. Snacks was a bit of a weird one.
Yeah, it is, isn't it?
Because as you said when we were chatting before we got started, menus just normally say snacks.
Yeah, so you look back at the pictures you've took and you're like, oh, it just says snack.
Yeah, so that was the tough one, but I've kind of cheated. So I'm going to just tell you one thing, which isn't really a snack, it was a bread, but it has to get a mention. And it's
that type of place, it is a snack.
So
I'd take that as a snack.
Olive tapenade from Simpsons.
Yeah, I've got that wrote down.
Special, very special.
Is that your choice?
But that's not my choice.
Oh.
My choice is a bit of a cheat, but it's brilliant. Too good not to have on this list.
See, we don't know what each other's ones are, so it'd be interesting to see if we match on any of these.
It's one of the best things I've had this year, actually. I'm choosing it as a snack.
I wonder if it's what I've picked. This is
KFC.
The veal popcorn.
The veal popcorn.
That's what I picked. Seriously, the top of my list, veal popcorn.
For snacks.
Yeah. For 670 grams, I've got the veal popcorn at 670
How good
grams.
was that, mate? In the school.
Yeah.
Right, I would seriously.
Same dish.
Do you know how many times I've been tempted just to message Cray and say, any chance I could just get a little bag of that popcorn?
I know, yeah.
Popcorn.
That was
Any
great.
chance I could just nip in for just that?
Bear in mind, there's
all of it was wicked, but that is like that was just. Was it the first course as well? I think it was the first thing. I know the mint was the first one. The mint lamb soup, that was unbelievable as well.
Yeah, this was like the first thing that turned up. It was absolutely fantastic.
God. So good. So good. It's so good. I'd never want to eat normal KFC popcorn chicken again.
Oh, I ain't going to get that one. I mean, I'll still eat it. But
shit compared to this,
I can't get hold of Cray stuff every week. But yeah, no, that's weird. I knew some would be the same. And that's snacks, yeah. As soon as you said snacks, I thought, well, it wasn't a snack, but I'm putting it in snacks because I fucking want it, basically. I mean, there was lots of other stuff of note, but that was the one that, for me, like, yeah.
What was the other things you had on your list?
I had a couple. I had my favourite Chinese takeaway. I had the Korean wings that they have.
Oh, yeah, Yao's
from
wings.
Yao's, yeah, the wings there. Had the sausage roll from Oxen Origin, which their sausage roll is just, I don't know what they do. They've made the sausage roll sexy though, definitely. And something else, but I'm moving that to the fish now.
Cool. So we move straight on to the starters.
Yeah, man, let's go starters.
You go first this time then.
Right, I'll go first. This shouldn't come as a surprise to anyone because the dish isn't just the best dish for starters, it's the best dish I've eaten this year. And it was, I've raved about it loads, so it's not a surprise. But the artichoke salad from Simpsons,
Yeah.
it's just phenomenal.
Yeah, you've said so many times how good this was.
It blew me away when I was eating it properly, but I was yumming really loud, and it was like, couldn't stop myself. It was absolutely sensational. Yeah, it was really, really good. I had a couple of other things wrote down. I had the chicken liver parfait from Harborne Kitchen wrote down.
Well, that's special as well.
That's an unreal dish. This was probably the hardest one for me to pick from, because starters are usually my favourite part of a meal, because they're usually something slightly smaller, a bit different. But yeah, I'm going with the artichoke salad, but I also wrote down the chicken liver parfait from Harborne Kitchen. I had then 2 dishes from 8 wrote down. Mm. So I had the beef tartare wrote down.
Oh, that was good.
That was fucking brilliant. And the pork and cheese wrote down. That come on the bread.
Oh, that was good as well. Yeah.
Yeah, so I had that wrote down under the starters, and that was close to winning. To be honest, it was that good.
Yeah, well, I had the beef tartare as one of my honourable mentions, and I also had the arancini from Angelina.
Oh yeah,
to her pasta. That was really good. Another honourable mention, but I think they've changed the name. So what's Dick's changed their names to?
Is who?
Dick's Smokehouse.
Still Dick's
Or is
Smokehouse?
it Dick's that's still the same?
No, you're thinking of Urban
Oh,
Barbecue that changed the name.
Yeah, so another honourable mention is the ribs that I got during lockdown from Dick's Smokehouse.
Yeah, they were good. I had them.
Unbelievable. But for me, the winner, probably no surprises if anyone's out there, was the lamb fat bread with the lamb fat pate from Ophim. Oh my God.
Good.
Of course it's good, man. You know what I mean? How do you make bread better? Let's just smother it in lamb fat.
Yeah, lamb fat, obviously.
Oh, it was just incredible, yeah. It was the first thing I thought of when I thought of doing this. So I thought, you know what? I'm having that. That's mine.
Yeah, good choice there.
Yeah, it is a good one.
Yeah, we've got some cracking dishes on the menu so far. We've been really lucky. We've got in some really good places this year.
Even though they were closed for so long, we've still managed
to get into some high-end places as well. I said I've eaten at Simpsons twice this year.
Yeah.
Which I'm happy about bragging, because if I could have made it 3 times, I'd have made it 3 times.
Yeah.
Seriously.
Next is the fish course, but obviously you didn't know about.
No, so, I mean, it's not a big deal. I've got it. So, yeah, I've wrote them down. One was in the, I can do it. I'll let you go first.
Okay, for me, fish. We had some good fish, but then I couldn't remember the name of it. And when we had that meal at Simpsons, there was a big chunk of fish, and I couldn't remember if it was sea bream. I think it was.
Mm-hmm.
That was a special dish. That was good.
Can we look it up? I've got the menu on my phone.
That's all right. We'll just carry on. It's not my proper one, because I've got something a lot better, which you will appreciate.
Right. Is it fish and chips?
The monkfish from Ophim. That was pretty special.
Yeah, I bet.
I feel like the monkfish at Ophim was actually better than the main course. I felt like if the monkfish was my main course, I would have been happy. Not saying the main course was bad, but just that the monkfish was that good.
Mm.
The fish and chip pop-up from Benny's.
Oh yeah, I forgot that
was
happened.
That pint shop at the very, very start of just before, days before lockdown.
Yeah, I remember you into that.
Yeah, that fish and the beef dripping batter, cooked in beef dripping. I mean, oh man,
good.
Yeah, that was epic. That was really epic.
So go on. What one? What's number 1 fish?
You're gonna love this.
Go on.
My number 1 fish dish that I ate this year, and I only thought of it yesterday when I was messaging someone on our lads group. The fish pakora.
Ah, I forgot about
from the
that.
Merry Maid. What a dish.
Yeah, I forgot about that shit.
Mate, I love that.
I might have to
I
change
love
my
that.
list.
I love that. For all the fancy fish that I've had this year.
Yeah, all the fancy shit in restaurants we've been to. Fish pakora from the Merry Maid. If anyone's been the Merry Maid, the food's great. The place, it's like an old school pub. like really old school.
Really old school, like paper tablecloths.
Yeah, if you went in there like 30 years ago, it wouldn't look any different.
No.
But I like that.
Yeah. It was great. The food, I think that makes the food more special because then it takes you by surprise how good it was. And I remember both of us eating that fish pakora and looking at each other and going, Jesus, that's good.
And I don't even know what fucking fish it was, to be honest. Just fish,
no idea.
white fish.
Yeah.
Just deep fried in what I can only presume was like Bombay mixed dust.
Yeah.
That's what it tasted.
Bombay Stardust mix.
Yeah, it was fucking ace.
It was incredible. Another thing I had was the monkfish tacos from Andy Lowe and Slow's pop up at Little Blackwood.
Yeah, they were good.
As well.
Did you have an extra one of them?
I got an extra one of them.
Yeah, you did. You did.
Unbelievable.
Yeah,
But
no, that
it's-
would make the list
it's
as well.
The taco, but that for me, just that.
Yeah,
just
no.
the pakora.
Yeah, to be honest, that pakora, if I'd remembered it, might have made my number one spot.
So what's
For
yours
fish.
then?
Oddly enough, they're both from the same restaurant. They're both from Harborne Kitchen. It's the only two fish ones I wrote down, mainly because I forgot about the fish dish. But so if I've forgotten anyone, I do apologise about that. But yeah, the two I've got down is the oyster, salt and vinegar and potato from Harborne Kitchen, which is one of the best oysters I've ever had. It was delicious.
Yeah, that does sound good.
But I think the one that wins is also from Harborne Kitchen, and that was the salmon, horseradish and caviar,
Nice.
and it was unreal.
Yeah, just classic flavours though, aren't they? Like,
Yeah, really good salmon, horseradish and caviar. Like, Jesus.
yeah, just good stuff.
If all three of them are good.
So was that on your list for your mains, you say?
I had that down as starter
Or
originally.
as a starter?
Both
So
of
if
them
it
down
was
as
that
starter,
good that
yeah.
it was going to be on your starters, then it must be good.
Yeah. So yeah, it definitely wins the fish course for me. Another one to note was 8 again. Like, 8 come up a lot in my list, to be honest. Every single round's got an 8 dish on.
Which was it at 8?
It was the scallop. I really like the scallop and apple.
Oh god, yeah. What
That
was it?
was
There was
really
something
good.
magical about that dish. The herb, marigold.
I don't remember. I do remember it was a different one, not
Was
one I was familiar
unbelievable.
with.
Yeah, it just tied the whole thing together. It was brilliant.
Yeah. I will say now, if I was doing best drinks pairing, 8 win that by a mile.
Yeah, that's good.
Like the drinks pairing at 8, it's really, really good.
It was the most entertaining drink pairing I've ever had.
Yeah,
I got
yeah.
to see you and Laura just smash.
Smashing your drinks.
Onto the main event.
Oh, the mains. You know what? I wrote down 10 dishes for this.
This was hard for me. I really struggled to narrow it down.
I'll be really interested to see if we pick the same one.
There were so many. I've kind of cheated a little bit.
Yeah, I haven't cheated, although one of the options was my smoked lamb that I cooked for us at a barbecue over summer.
I tell you what, if I'd remembered that, I probably would have had that on my long list because that was really, really good.
Yeah.
Really good.
But I'm not going to pick one of my own dishes. That
You did
doesn't seem
last
fair. Yeah. I'm not this year, even though it was great. But no, I wrote down loads on this.
I struggled to narrow it down really badly because there was so many good things. So many good things.
Yeah. Well, I'll go first. Noble mentions that I've got are the pork belly and remoulade from Oxen Origin. That was really good. Really, really good. The lamb dressed as mutton from 670 grams. I wrote that down on my list.
That's the doner
It tastes
kebab.
like the doner kebab.
I've got that on
yeah.
my list as well. I
Yeah,
thought
that was
brilliant.
fantastic. Obviously, the venison Wellington from 8 makes an honourable mention because that was really, really close to being the number one for like my number one choice for mains. What else have I got wrote down? I've got the spicy ramen that I had the other day,
Oh, from
Kadawari,
Kadawari.
and I've got the goat birria tacos from Andy Lowe and Slow on my mains as well.
Was that from the
The pop-up we went
pop-up?
to.
Yeah.
But the one I've gone with, here we go, big news. I think the best main I had this year was from my boy Stu Dealey, and it was the pork belly, longestine, black pudding and Thai green bisque we had at the boat.
Mate, what a dish.
That was
What a
just
dish.
to put all them things together and not only like work but taste amazing.
Had the black pudding on there as well, didn't it? Black pudding.
Yeah, I said that. Yeah.
God, God, that was good.
Really good.
That seems like a lifetime ago now, doesn't it?
I know, yeah, it
Ben
does
and
seem like a long
Sophia
time
and
ago.
Leo. God, but that was so good. That dish was just unlike any like you've had before. Like the bisque. Oh man.
Yeah, so that was my number one main from last year.
Yeah,
This year. Say last year, this year.
from 2020.
So that's my main. What have you got?
That's a strong lineup, man. Yeah, so
I know,
obviously I had the mutton dressed as lamb as
Oh,
well,
hang on,
which
hang
I
on.
thought was special. It was the what do you call them on top? They were unbelievable. The biscuits.
Yeah.
They were next level. Pizza was close.
Yeah, I nearly wrote them down.
I do love
And when we did
pizza,
the
man.
pop up at Little Blackwood ourselves,
Yeah, that was
we ordered
that was
all
the one.
pizzas.
I mean, it was good when I had it a couple of weeks ago. I got it takeaway for home, but just that whole day at Little Blackwood doing that little pop up, that was a special day. That was brilliant.
That was one of our best days this year. That was.
That was a cracker. That was.
I loved it.
We just didn't. Little did we know, like a few weeks later, what was going to happen after that
Oh,
pop up.
yeah.
It's mental. But yeah, what a day! Them pizzas, unbelievable. Stuffing our face with pizza, pretending we were chefs in Little Blackwood. It was class. It was brilliant.
Yeah.
So
And plus, pizza pizzas they're just fucking brilliant anyway.
yeah,
Aren't they?
pizza was very close. Very close.
Which you bang on. You can't just say the whole place. You got to pick a flavour.
It's the smoky one, man. I love the smoky one, the barbecue.
The barbecue. See, I like the
Yeah. The
sort of
zingi's nice.
the
as
tikka
well.
one.
Yeah. Oh, actually, no. Yeah, that one.
That's
the Zindia
one.
pop-up one.
Yeah.
That was it. The Zindia collab. That was brilliant with the paneer, tikka paneer. Oh man,
I haven't been to Pisa for a while now.
it's really good. But they've only just kind of reopened again, not long ago.
No, that's shut
And
again.
now it's gone again. Unbelievable. Another main that I really liked, obviously the covered wagon mixed grill.
Yeah, I have put a caveat that I was going to bring up after that. Any single dish I've had from Bonehead, Meat Shack, or the Covered Wagon would easily win any contest on these. And the only reason I haven't put them in is because I'd have to pick one dish from all of them, and it's just too hard to do.
Yeah.
So the Covered Wagon, Meat Shack, and Bonehead, you would have all got mentions, but I literally cannot pick between all of you. So all three of you are just general, the best food I can eat.
So
You're
I've
done.
got an asterisk at the end. You've got an asterisk. I've got an asterisk as well, but I'll go at the end. But yeah, so obviously I had Meat Shack on there as well. The burger before I went to see Book of Mormon, not House of Mormon.
Yeah.
That'd be a different thing altogether.
Yeah.
So that was pretty special. I've also got the pork belly from Stu Daly.
Yeah.
What else have I got? And then I've got my winner,
Oh.
which, as I said, is a little bit of a cheat, but this is my dream restaurant, and I've got both of these chefs in that massive kitchen over there. So I'm going to have it, and I don't care what you say. I'm having the venison from 8, that Wellington,
Yeah, that was
with
good.
the extra ends, obviously.
Yeah, the ends that are cut off. Oh,
Unbelievable.
that was like the best bit.
Oh, it was so good. So good. That whole meal was brilliant. Every course was brilliant, I thought. And did you see Michelin went there the other day?
Yeah, Michelin went there. Yeah. I'm not surprised.
Chuffed for Andrew there, Andrew Sheridan.
He's had some big guns go already to that place.
Yeah, it's cool though, isn't it? It's
It's a shame it's had to close down, but oh, man, it's so
It'll
good
be
though.
back. It'd be fine. It'd be brilliant. Yes, I'm having that, but I'm having the side dish as well.
Oh, didn't tell me the sides were coming in.
Well, I'm just decided with that little venison. I'll tell you what I want.
Go on.
I want them potatoes from Ophim.
Oh yeah,
I
you
want
want
that potato dish. Yep. I want the crunchy roast potatoes with like a layer of tamarind curry
You can't have that
with
with
mashed
venison,
potato. Oh, man.
Wellington. That's
It's
not
my
going to
dream.
go.
This is my dream Birmingham meal,
That's
and
just
that's
the
what I'm
best shit
having.
you've eaten. No, I think you got to pick one or the other there.
No way, they're the two. It's only small. The potato dish was like the size of my
Yeah, but
like
it doesn't go
that
with it.
big. Oh,
It's
yeah,
not going to
it
go. You
does.
can't have curried potatoes with venison Wellington.
They're in separate bowls. It's fine.
Oh man.
That's 100%. If I could choose what I was going to eat as my main course, that's it. That's it.
No, I think you've bottled it there, son. I think you should have picked that as a starter or as a snack then.
No, I wanted them both together.
No,
I love it. And then you could use the end piece from the Wellington to like scoop up the mashed potato and the curry. Oh yes.
curry. Oh no.
Oh god, yes. It'd be like a little mashed potato.
I understand them both
curry pie.
individually, but
Oh yes,
no, not for me.
that's my main.
Well, it's your main.
Both of them chefs are in the kitchen. They can get it done for me. I told you, this is my dream restaurant. Actar's in there. Andrew Sheridan's in there. They're cooking it for me right now.
Fair enough. It's your choice.
And then desserts is funny. It's something I chuckled at when I decided to do this whole thing. Because your famous line, I'm going to put it on your tombstone.
Okay.
I'm not a dessert. No, I'm not a pudding person, but I absolutely love this. That's what you always say.
I do like
Every
puddings.
dessert.
I don't tend to like ones that are too sweet. But saying that, I think the one I've picked is super fucking sweet.
I've got a big list for this. I might have to just do what you did in the last round, actually. Do a
Yeah.
caveat.
You know, I did a big list. There's very little chocolate on there, though. Which is unusual. Because I
What
do
have you
really
got?
like chocolate. Well, you go first. I did first, mate. You go
No,
first.
that's all right, yeah, I'll go. So, I've obviously got PBJ from Bake.
Yep.
What is it? Peanut butter?
Peanut butter jelly blondie.
Blondie. Unbelievable. It's just, you could eat loads of it. It's wicked. Everything from Bake's good, but that's really good.
Yeah, that's the number one thing from Bake. Like, that's what I message him about. Like, can you save me a couple of these? I'm coming in. Because they freeze well as well. So you just bang them in the freezer and you've got them for ages.
I've got the battered cream egg from Benny's Pop-Up at Pint Shop.
Oh, this pop-up did well with you,
And
didn't
that
it?
was wicked though, yeah. A cream egg battered and then deep fried in beef dripping.
That sounds good.
I put it on our Insta and people were just like, that's just wrong. Just wrong.
No, battered chocolate bars are
no,
brilliant.
no.
If you ever go to Scotland, get yourself a bad Mars bar or bad whatever.
So that was on there. LA Pop, which I was really impressed with. I thought that was incredible. Just a really fun day with the kids as well. I've put Mintero brownie, but I'm going to put a little asterisk to a couple of these things now because any brownie from Becky's Brownie, they're all wicked. Anything from Mary's Cupcake. I chose the chocolate brownie covered in salted caramel inside an Easter egg.
Jesus.
Which was incredible, but very sickly, but very good. Honeycomb tart from Marcin Bakers. It was actually made
Shit,
by
I ain't tried, man.
Luke Butcher
Yeah,
from Pinellas when he was doing his little stint down at Marcin. I thought that was incredible. But the one I've gone for, and I think is the best dessert I've ever had anywhere, any year, any time, and that was the miso cheesecake from Stu Daly.
Oh, yeah, that's the first one I wrote down, that was.
Mate, that was just epic with the passion fruit and all that. Oh, so good, so good. That was just, you had the pork dish, which you mentioned, and then that. Like, what a meal that was.
Yeah.
That was truly special.
Yeah, I've got that wrote down, and to be honest, even in my head now, I'm still trying to pick the winner of the desserts because it's really difficult. So I might mention, there's a couple of ones like Oxen Origin again. They get 2 mentions here. They get the Basque cheesecake and the tartatan. Like, both of them were fantastic. And you know what? Simpsons are on here twice with their raspberry souffle that I had last time I was there. And possibly, I'm still deciding.
Oh, yeah, actually, I think I had the same thing on mine as well, and I forgot to write it down.
I think I'm going to pick that as the winner, actually, the other Simpsons one. So I'll give the other honourable mentions. Was obviously the miso cheesecake you've picked as your number one, that was ridiculous. That was really good. Another great pudding I had this year was the carrot cake at 8. Like, I absolutely loved that. Like, absolutely thought it was fantastic.
I liked that, and that might be underwhelming to people, but I really hate carrot cake. So the fact that I liked that, it says a lot about how good it was.
Yeah, no, I loved it. The carrot cake was like crunchy on the outside from all the work he'd done to it.
I loved how he'd made a syrup out of the carrots.
Yeah. And when he told you how much effort it was to make the syrup, you're like, Jesus. So yeah, the carrot cake at 8 is like literally the 2 dishes I've been picking for my dessert. Like, that's nearly one, but the one that's edged it is from Simpsons, and it was the Yorkshire rhubarb with the white chocolate choux bun and the rhubarb sorbet.
Yeah, I had that on my list. I forgot to write it down. That's special as
Which,
well.
considering I say I don't like stuff that sweet, is one of the sweetest things I've ever eaten. but it's also one of the best things I've ever eaten. One, it had white chocolate on, so that's always like, if you put white chocolate on, I'm going to pick it. I absolutely adore white chocolate, and I love rhubarb as well.
Yeah, same.
So yeah, Simpsons get my dessert choice.
Yeah, so my asterisk was, I don't know how, but for some reason, I don't know what, Simpsons hasn't made my number one spot in any category. However, and it's a big asterisk, as a complete meal, that Simpsons meal that we ate was the best meal I've ever had.
As a whole?
The best ever. It was, for me, it was just unbelievable, that lunch. It was incredible. The whole restaurant is unbelievable. I say it to everyone, if you're going to have one Michelin-starred meal in Birmingham, ever, if that's all you, if you don't think Michelin-star food is for you, and you want to try somewhere, just try Simpsons. You've got to try Simpsons. Everyone in Birmingham has to try Simpsons.
Yeah, we've spoke about Simpsons a lot, and how neither of us had ever really thought to go there that much, which I think is mad now, considering I've been twice this year, and it's fantastic. Simpsons is the benchmark. Yeah, for me, it's where everyone wants to be.
I'd like to go back to Adams and try Adams again, because Adams was something.
Yeah, and a few people we know that have been recently have said it's up there.
Yeah,
as the number one for a lot of people.
But for me,
I haven't been for I was like 3 stone lighter last time I went there, so that's how long it was.
Yeah, and then also I'd like to say that there's probably a few dishes that we might take for granted that never got into this list, like. I was tempted to put my special lamb starter from Spice Club.
Yeah,
at least probably once a month.
Well, I had the Chinese starter.
Yeah,
from yours. I threw that in there.
So there's this little shout out to these places. We do eat out all the time. They probably just don't get. You take them for granted, don't you? You forget about them.
I'm surprised I had no curry or Indian food on the list. Although saying that, I didn't get to eat at O-Theme this year. So had I eaten there this year, I am absolutely certain there'd have been at least 2 or 3 choices on there.
Yeah, you would have been having the potato dish as your side dish.
I'm sure I would have.
Everyone said
with
that.
Fucking Wellington.
Have you noticed that on Instagram there? Every time everyone says it, that was the best dish.
Yeah.
It was unbelievable. Even Brendan said it.
Well, to be honest, we were going to book that as our last meal for lockdown, but we couldn't get the table time we wanted.
Gutted.
I know, yeah, I was wounded.
If we do come out of this before Christmas and we're going to tier 2, so obviously I'll be allowed to go out with Maria, but not you. Then I might book at 8, you know.
Yeah.
I'm at 8.
Oh, I want to book Craft.
Or Craft, yeah.
In the main place, because the menu there looks sick.
Yeah, really
proper
good.
Sick.
Really good. Or even maybe Cray again. I wouldn't mind going Cray again.
Yeah. That's really good. But yeah, I had my caveat earlier of why I haven't put any dishes from Bonehead Meat Shack or the Covered Wagon in. That's because you're too good. I cannot pick between any one of them restaurants. I love Covered Wagon, but Bonehead and Meat Shack in particular, they're just. I don't even. You know what? I could go in, and they say, "What do you want to order?" And I could just you pick, because it doesn't fucking matter. You just give me something out of that kitchen, because I know whatever you give me is going to be fucking phenomenal.
Stunning,
yeah. I've also got a couple of things I wanted to point out. A couple of drinks, alcohol beverages.
Yeah, sorry, mate. I should have done
really
a little
went for
tasting for you on the side. But
no, that's what I've already done.
It would have been a bit weird.
So as I said, the best drinks pairing, I'm going with 8. Their drinks pairing was wicked. Really, really good. Very impressive. I'm going with... I'm also a big shout out to Burning Soul. Obviously, Birmingham, we're really lucky for beer and breweries, because I love every single one of them. They're all great. Like every brewery we have in Brum, I get all their beers, try them all regularly. They're all fantastic. But the Raspberry Ripple ice cream beer from Burning Soul, that's next level beer as far as I'm concerned. Really good. Really, really good beer. And then I've got to throw it in there because I love a cocktail. And it could have been on last year, but it could be this year as well. The Gambler from Couch. That cocktail, although they've changed the menu now, so I haven't tried the new menu. I was going to hopefully try it today, but that fucked up. But yeah, so a special mention to Couch as well. Not only the best bar, best cocktail in Birmingham.
Is that your best cocktail ever, the Gambler?
The Gambler, it's up there. It's the best cocktail in Birmingham. possibly the
Best one
world.
you've had this year.
When did I get a bath? Yeah. So yeah, best cocktail I've had this year. Yeah. Did I get a bath this year or was that last year?
Don't know. I think it's gone. This year's just merged into one big blur of crap. But as we've said, we've managed to squeeze some highlights. I think this feels a bit more positive. Feels like we did do some nice stuff this year.
We've done some great stuff, yeah.
Yeah. It's been a nice year, and I really appreciate all the guests we've had in season 2. I thought they were great. Obviously, started with Jamie. Feels like a long time ago now. Jamie and Luke Tippin.
Yeah, the Jamie one. Was that the first one we did this year?
Yeah. Angelina. Oh, it's just.
Was that the first one of the new
episode?
series, wasn't it?
Yeah, first one of the new series. Yeah. Just this season's been brilliant. We've had a massive uptake in listeners. Yeah, we're getting more popular every episode, and we've had way more listeners this season than we did last season. So it just feels like everything's sticking into place. We love the community that we're in. We love the other kind of food bloggers, food writers, food journalists in the city. And we really, really love the chefs, restaurant owners, producers who are all doing really special things. And we really love being able to kind of, I don't know, if it feels like we're helping them a little bit by just giving them a platform to tell their story and to be able to give them a little shout out on social media all the time. And
I just feel if we've convinced one person to eat there, we've sort of done our job. Even just one person goes there, great.
Nothing, well, 2 things that feel amazing for me when we do this podcast is when somebody messages us and says, "Oh, we went Little Blackwood because we heard you talking about it, and yeah, it was brilliant." Thanks.
Oh, someone heard us talk about Little Blackwood. How did they catch that?
That was the first example that came to my head, obviously.
Hardly ever talk about it.
So that's amazing when people do that. And then obviously, we won't mention the name, but we had a pretty big name in the city, chef, message us to say, "Really love what you're doing for Birmingham."
Did we?
Thanks for that. And that was a pretty special thing for me as well. We don't get paid for this still. We're not looking for anything. We don't ask for anything.
No one gives us any fucking money for this. Spent hours. Well, you spend hours editing it as well.
No, but that's not what we're about. And we don't ask for stuff for free. We obviously do.
To be honest, it annoys, like, 'cause there are people that do, and that pisses me off. Like, these are businesses people are running.
Yeah.
Like, don't get me wrong. Yeah. If they want to give me something, I'm never there's to give.
We both work.
But to ask for something, it's cheeky as fuck, in my opinion.
And this is our hobby on the side. We love it. Like, I mean, it gives us an opportunity to see each other all the time, which is cool.
Yeah. We get to talk about Birmingham. Like, I get to talk about Birmingham for a reason now, rather than just talking about it, boring Sharon about it.
Yeah, so we love it, and obviously it's all possible because you all listen to it, and we're really grateful for that. And we're grateful to all the chefs and everyone, and all the restaurant owners and everyone like that who have supported us, who are eager to come on the show. And yeah, thanks. Just want to say thanks to everyone, really.
Thank you, everyone. And trust me, next series, it's going to be big, man.
Yeah.
People we got lined up. Next series, it's huge.
Yeah, I'm excited for season 3 already.
I can't wait to get started on it.
Yeah. I think that's a nice place to finish.
Lovely. Thank you, people.
Thanks, 2020. Hopefully 2021.
Oh, it couldn't be any fucking worse, could it?
It can't be any worse. So, yeah, so we'll catch you on the flip side.